I don't know why u.s.agent was singing Rasputin by Boney M last video. I actually learnt all the words to that when I was 14 to impress a girl who fancied Rasputin. I didn't get with her. I've now in common with the Mad Monk. I have more in common with Monk from the TV show Monk than I do with Rasputin, the Mad Monk. This is West Coast Avengers 25, Wonder Man versus Abomination Man. I'm covering this because this is the first issue after Wonder Man stops wearing his Christmas tree costume, which I think it was Robin. He said that it was his favourite one. I think he has been a bit contrarian, a bit counterculture, a bit punk rock. Sadly, I didn't have any comics with that costume actually in it because it was very short-lived and I didn't like this run on West Coast Avengers. The issue before this ended with Wonder Man's agent telling him to go back to his hard costume because everybody hated his new one. We didn't get to see it this issue, which makes discussing it feel really pointless. So imagine a bad costume on Wonder Man. It shouldn't be that hard because he supposedly always wears them. So he is back in his black costume and he is doing a spot of promotion for the new movie that he is starring in. And look, even Jar Jar Binks hated that Wonder Man costume. And Jar Jar Binks, nah's terrible. So, Wonder Man, he is in a movie, he plays a bad guy in a film, and he is getting a bit cocky and a bit full of himself. Meanwhile, we have one of the many reasons I didn't like this run, and that is because they start forcing marital problems onto Hawkeye and Mockingbird. And, well, look at it this way. There isn't ever going to be a comic again where a superhero judges and starts resenting his wife for being raped. But to get back to u.s.agent, who isn't even in this issue, I got really pissed off because some writer at Comic Book Resources said that u.s.agent would be a COVID denier, and then in brackets said that there was no debate. That really, seriously, made me hateful. That is the sort of pathetic, one-dimensional thinking that led to comic books being as shit as they currently are. Why is u.s.agent definitely a COVID denier? He listens to the government. That is one of his main characteristics. He would believe in COVID because the president says so. Even if you want to say that he hates the current administration or whatever, he knows some of the biggest brains in the Marvel universe. And if they were to say that there's a virus, he would believe them because they are both incredibly intelligent and incredibly truthful. And beside that, He would see people suffering, he would see people dying, and he has always seen the little guy, the guy on the street. That was one of the more heroic traits of him. There was one story where he defended border jumpers from a racist patrolman. He was the only Avenger who listened to a farmer talking about mysterious crop dusting. The entire maximum security crossover was u.s.agent blaming the Avengers for not considering the regular people on Earth. Just seriously, I didn't want this channel to end up being me defending u.s.agent and nothing else. But the writers and the readers and the stupid shills like Brian Cronin who make a biased Twitter comment like that. All those people who see u.s.agent and see a racist or see a person they morally disagree with and despise. Just fucking leave the hobby. You have hurt it more than possible with your fake fanboy shit and your narrow-minded political awareness. I didn't like Moon Man on the Avengers. So today my big question is, do you? I didn't think it is a good idea. And this seems to be contradicting the point I just made about people only seeing one thing, because I just suggested all I see is a bad idea. But I am open to Moon Man being on the team if there is a good story or good writing attached to it. But I've never felt there has been. I didn't just say Moon Man was a bad Avenger, no debate, from my podium, and didn't accept that maybe someone thinks otherwise. Maybe someone really likes this story with him not doing anything on the team. I'm not going to title this video Moon Man is the worst Avenger ever, and he definitely blacks up for costume parties. I like this bit though. This run did have a good subplot with Hank Gordon attempting to kill himself, and then the annoying Christian saved his life. And here they discuss their different views on God and religion. And Hank Gordon is an atheist, and this is handled correctly. It's not a biased piece of agenda. Both sides are treated respectfully. But me calling her the annoying Christian is because that is how Kurt Busey described the character on a forum. It has taken ages to get here, but now it is finally Wonder Man versus Abomination Man. Except there is a caveat that this isn't quite Abomination Man. This is his body, but Tyrannomon's mind is controlling it. He is trapped in Abomination Man's body. So Wonder Man fights him, and I'll call him Abomination Man for the sake of convenience. And this is a decent fight. It is two strong characters fighting, so we get to see them punch each other and throw each other around and smashing things. And I like that because I am a simple man. It's not a one-sided fight either. Wonder Man is having to try here, and then he is eventually able to overpower Abomination Man. He is able to defeat him, and he cannot believe that he's managed to do it. He has defeated someone as powerful as Hulk. But then everyone who watched it, all gathered media and ACT journalists, probably from comic book resources, they think so little of Wonder Man that they all believe it was staged. They think it was fake. None of them believe it was a real fight, even though it took a lot out of Wonder Man, and it was this big moment where he proved he was as strong as he has always claimed to be. I said I didn't like this run, but this issue is totally okay. There are much worse issues than this. What we have here is a simple Wonder Man story about both his greatest victory and him getting full of himself and then being humbled. There is a big fight towards that too. I think 7 thumbs up.